Good morning. Good morning. Hello, everybody. Happy Hump Day, as our Deirdre dearly says. And everyone that's finding this, please just take a moment and share. That's what I'm doing right now, sharing it out and getting the P's together. It's Wednesday, it's prayer day. It's time to get ourselves in here and gather around to really love on each other. So let's go into our hearts. To the heart brain coherence every day. If we can do this, it is healing. It helps us in so many ways to just slow down everything, stop the madness, stop the chaos, and just be. Good morning, Annie Seven. Good morning, Deirdre. So, hand on the heart and slow down the breathing. And then exhale it back out. You're breathing in love and you're breathing out love. And just take a moment to enjoy you. How many times do we do that? Usually it's the hustle and bustle, right? It's everything that we have to do once we get up out of bed and start our day. But this is saying, I'm important, I matter, and I'm going to take this minute to show myself that I matter. So when you breathe in, say, I love you. And when you breathe out, say, I love you. So it's a little love fest that you can have every morning between your heart and your brain, and then exhaling it out into the world. What a difference it makes. So hello, everyone coming in. Our Hope Wellington Marshall, thank you for sharing, darling, and I hope you're doing well. Jennifer Langren, good morning. Okay, well, we got lots to do today. So it is hump day. It's that day when we realize, oh my gosh, have I done anything this week? Because it's getting away from me. It's already the middle of the week, right? So those things that you had on your to-do list to do to accomplish this week, how you doing with that? How's everything going? And let's show some gratitude for the things that we have done. And I saw Auntie Jean come in. Good morning, Auntie Jean. Andrea Gregg. Blue Jean. Hello, everybody. All right, so let's get to the angel message. And the angel message is called, I Want to Live. How does it feel to be dying? It feels like all these beautiful pieces of life are flying around me and I'm trying to catch them. When my granddaughter falls asleep in my lap, I try to catch the feeling of her breathing against me. And when I make my son laugh, I try to catch the sound of him laughing, how it rolls up from his chest. But the pieces are moving faster now, and I can't catch them all. I can feel them slipping through my fingertips, and soon, where there used to be my granddaughter breathing and my son laughing, there will be nothing. That is from This Is Us. I was called home twice in my lifetime to say goodbye to my mother. The first time, she was diagnosed with cancer. The doctors gave her no hope as it had spread to her stomach, which is not a good thing. She was one of the strongest women I know, the matriarch of a family of 13 children, all from a husband she was married to for over 60 years. She had the kind of faith that could move mountains, and she made a miraculous recovery and went into complete remission. She lived long enough to bury her husband years later, move from the small town she had lived in all her life, and see the legacy she had built in grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and great-great-grandchildren. At age 84, the cancer returned with a vengeance. She was hospitalized and started on chemotherapy. The family was called in to say our goodbyes as the prognosis was not good. I stood in her hospital room when her doctor asked her if she wanted to continue the treatment. Her response was, "I want to live." She was gone within weeks of that conversation. Dear angels, I sometimes think of those in my life who were given the news that their days were numbered, and it was a short number. Some that I talked to prayed for the miracle to be able to continue their earthly journey, while others made their peace with what was coming and readied themselves for the ultimate experience of their lifetime. I have stood at death's door several times, and like my mom, I always whispered, "I want to live." As I approach 70 solar orbits, I give gratitude for each of those 25,550 sunrises and sunsets. I also realize that this is an enormous amount of opportunity to leave a footprint on the planet. Dear ones, when the body is vibrant, there usually is no thought of your mortality. When you do stop to think about it, whether because of a traumatic event or simply the desire to plan ahead and alleviate the stress on your loved ones, know that it is a personal journey with no right or wrong answers. While conversations about death and dying can be difficult, sharing your thoughts can bring you to a peaceful place of acceptance and potentially motivate you to choose how to show up more fully in the time you will be present in your body. We encourage you to stay in the present moment and at the same time acknowledge that there is no guarantee of a next present moment. Contemplate the idea that death is an integral part of the natural order and that it gives meaning and urgency to the time you do have. Live your life focused on the present moment, which will enhance your appreciation for the small pleasures in life. Finish that book that you have inside of you, write your song, and sing it loud. But most of all, dear ones, be unapologetically amazing as you learn to love your life. Dear angels, today I promise to focus on living my life unapologetically with a heart full of love. Whew, that was a raw one last night. And um, it was emotional as I was writing it, and I was thinking about those that have gone on to their journey. We're going to celebrate our Rick tomorrow on his earthly birthday, now that he's in spirit. And there's just been so many that we loved that have left their physical bodies recently. And so there was a lot that came up last night as I was just sitting with the angels and asking, um, what's the message? What do you want to say? And those words came up so fast and furious and so clearly. So this is our mantra for today. If you want to say it, if you want to feel that energy of really fully feeling your aliveness, feeling every present moment that you have and really enjoying while you're here, enjoying those moments and learning to love yourself. Okay, who do we have that came in? Deirdre, you made a third video. Awesome. Oh, thank you, sweet Deirdre. I love you so much. Good morning, Kathy Hand. Auntie Jean, you got the rain last night. Awesome. And yes, Deirdre is on a roll. Oh, Rosalind, good morning. Oh, it's so good to see you on the morning show, Roz. And Dixie Cunningham, good morning to you. What else we got? Jessie, good morning. Josie, good morning, sweet Josie. And somebody please call in our Rick. I know he's here. I've been feeling him big time. I think he helped me write that blog last night. I really do. Carrie, good morning, sweet Carrie. Been asking my mama to slip us the answer, to give us a sign and tell us what it's like. She ain't giving it up. Well, I think that this message was from those of us, from our loved ones that are in spirit. I think they really inspired a lot of what came out in this message to us today. And it's a big message. It really is. Joanne, good morning. Oksana, hello, sweet Oksana. Happy Wednesday to you. And here we go, calling in our Ricky Rick with our big args. Thank you, Deirdre. Okay, so let's see what Kuan Yin has to say about all of this stuff, about living in the present moment and just knowing that, this isn't forever, what we're going through in this lifetime, but the love in our heart, that is forever. Like Josie's honey Rick that she's calling out to this morning, getting ready to celebrate his birthday tomorrow. I'm going to celebrate it big time with him. Kathy says, that has great meaning for me, Teri. I got to speak to my mom's lifelong friend yesterday who recently celebrated her 94th trip around the sun. In spite of limited physical ability, her mind is sharp as a tack. That's my sister, my oldest sister, Nola. I don't talk about her very much because she was already out of the house and married by the time that I was born. But she'll be 90 in January, and her mind is so sharp, and she remembers childhood. She remembers everything, and it's so cool to sit and talk to her. Oksana, I hope that you'll go read the blog that I read out loud. It's on angelspeakers.com, and you can find the blog there. And it's called I Want to Live. And I talked about my mom and her cancer and the fact that, we each have to come to our own realization about our mortality. Good morning, Kathleen Caputo. And Oksana says, wow, your words about our life with its challenges is temporary, but our love is forever. Yeah, that's the whole thing that we come to know in this lifetime, that those things that we face, those struggles, they're just experiences for our soul growth. That's not the real meat of being here. That's not what it's really, truly all about. It's about finding that home in our heart that is love. All right, so let's see what Kuan Yin has to say to us. All right, Kuan Yin, you're a funny woman. I got 2 cards. They stuck together. Oh, I love that, Carrie. You never cease to exist. You just change what you're wearing. Absolutely. All right, so Kuan Yin wants me to read 2 of these cards. These are the cards. And your time will come. Some souls are slower to blossom, building their inner beauty over time until just the right moment. Then the fullness of their beauty, power, and grace is revealed, providing powerful healing medicine for those in need of comfort and hope. And the other message is, it's never too late. If you have forgotten who you are, know that your true self has not gone away and never will. Underneath every layer of conditioning, under all twisting and turning and trying to fit into some shape to please others, your true self remains true, ready and waiting to rise up in original gorgeousness and glory. It is never too late for you to choose to be you, not the you that you identify. Like, I'm not Teri. I'm not this body. Yes, I'm in this body, but that's not the end game. What's inside of me is that beautiful spirit that I've discovered, that I went through experience after experience. And then finally, the light bulb came on, and it's like, oh, it's not about this body at all. It's about what's inside of it, that beautiful energy that will never die. The body will, but the energy inside of it, that spirit, will never die. Sally and Tony, good morning. And Kathy says, hearing her voice made me feel so loved. She loved all of us neighbor kids just like her own. Oh, isn't that sweet? Yeah. That familiar voice, sometimes I just want to play um, a recording of some of my loved ones that have gone. But I know that I don't have to do that. I know all I have to do is just ask them to speak to me, and I'll feel them just as strongly as if I were hearing their human voice. And Blue's calling out to our Rick with a yarg yarg. I just love that we keep him here every morning. We keep him front and center with us. And I feel him. I feel him strongly. And I'm so happy that you're with us, Josie. And Josie, how did the doctor's appointment go? And is everything okay? The other day, I think it was yesterday, you were with us and you were tuning in at the doctor. So I'm hoping everything is okay. Sally, all the work is complete at our house, heading back to work for rest. Oh, yeah, okay. You're going to work to rest. I love that. All right, so let's do a message before we go into our prayer time this morning. And I think I've figured out how to show the names on the screen and play our Sunday song while those names are up there. And we can just really feel into the energy of as we're reading the names together. 43. All right. And Auntie Jean says, thank you, Kuan Yin. Maybe I will be sharp as a tack when I am 94. I will have to grow more. Oh, Auntie Jean, you're so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Page 43 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 messages. Ooh. This last one, I think we need to hear because it goes right along with what we're talking about. Your conscious mind is focused on the body and the human experience, always looking at how to survive, how to make it through your earthly challenges and struggles, how to succeed. Does this thinking fulfill you on a deep soul level? So that's just right in hand with what the message is from the angels and from Kuan Yin. I love that. Oh, and number 5, Sally, live your life so full of love that all else falls to the wayside. Yeah, this was the perfect page for us to turn to this morning. Thank you, Sally. Blue, I get a tall ship or a beautiful sloop photo every day. It reminds me of chasing the tall ships in Long Island Sound and up the coast to Maine. Beautiful. And Kathy says, aye, our pirate Rick, he be right here with us, keeping us ship shape. Yeah, he is. I can see his smile. I can feel that gentleness of him. It was always so calm. Every time I was around Rick, there was this peaceful calm that's hard to explain. But if you know anything about how energy affects others, you'll understand that when there's someone that's peaceful and calm around you, it calms your energy as well. And I work with animals a lot, and the same thing. If there's an animal that's upset, that's anxious, maybe pacing the floor or barking a lot, just calming your energy and grounding your own energy will affect that dog or that cat or whatever animal it is. It's going to respond to your energy. Babies respond to our energy. That's how, when some people can't calm down a crying baby, it's because inside that energy is like just wanting that baby to be quiet, but it's not knowing how to do that. So there's like a motor running fast, and the baby's going to respond to that and cry some more. But if somebody who is calm and centered and balanced picks the baby up, it responds to that energy and it quietens. I've seen it happen so many times in my life, where just being that peaceful state affects others' energy. And that's how we're going to bring more peace into our world as we work with 10 million for world peace. If 10 million people on our planet calm our energy, even for 7 minutes a day, even for that short period of time, if we go into the peace and the calm and the knowingness that we are spirit and we are love, it's going to affect so many more people. It's a ripple effect that goes out to calm others. Okay, so Blue says, interesting. I want to say yes because after heart mind to the divine, I am connected in all ways. Yeah, I think it's so cool that science has measured this and put the leads on to really test what happens to the body when we go into that state, and then let us know this is what we discovered. We discovered that when you meditate, when you do the deep breathing and calm down everything, calm your mind, calm your heart, this is what happens, is a peace comes from you, a peace that you can't get from anything else. It's coming from your own heart. So thank you, Blue, for that confirmation that this is real. This is what happens when we go into that heart-brain coherence. Deirdre, I'm grateful for the honor of sharing my life with all of you lovely beings of light. Well, we're so grateful that you share, Deirdre. Thank you for that. And Kathleen says, many years ago, my mom left a voice message for me. She was singing this cute old-fashioned song to Won't You Come Over to Our House? I don't have the answering machine anymore, but I'm glad I recorded the message and have it in my iPad now and play it occasionally when missing her. So glad I did that. I am glad you did that too, Kathleen, because you can pull that up at any moment and just have those memories of her. Blue says, speaking of animals, Dolly is looking so good, though her back right fetlock is swollen. Soon I will post a new photo. Awesome. And Deirdre says, I'm just reflecting on my video, although it was for 10 million for world peace. My focus was mostly on you, Teri. You had the Peace on Earth tour before that one. You deserved a shout out. Oh, sweetheart, thank you. You know, I'm getting ready to celebrate an anniversary of being on the road. 3 years on the road in September, which is coming up really fast. September the 11th is the day I left Florida, left everything. I no more had a place to call home. I no more had a structure, I should say, to call home. I call home everywhere I'm at. Wherever I go, I just feel into my heart and I know that I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I am home. Thank you, Deirdre. I will certainly listen to it as soon as the show is over today, and I so appreciate you. You are so beautiful, and you've been such a great help on this tour. And Auntie Jean says, I have seen a video of this doctor who picks up any baby who is crying hysterically, and the babies immediately stop crying. Yeah, that's because he could calm his own self and not be stressed over the babies crying. And if you're around babies, try it sometime. Just try going into that heart brain place where you're so connected in to your own spirit that oozes out of you, and the baby's going to respond to it. Josie said the appointment went well. The doctor wants me to be around more people, but all my vitals were excellent. Good. Well, I'm going to be in Florida soon, and I want to be around you, Josie. I want that big hug and just to sit with you, darling, while I'm there. If you're up for that, I would love to spend some time with you. And maybe we'll revisit that land blessing that's in your backyard and just give it a sweet little touch up. Kathy says, beautiful. I'm so glad I can still hear both of my parents' voices. Awesome. Blue, my connection has been so terrible. What video? It's just my time to be here now. Yep, so you'll probably run into it if you go onto Facebook. And Deirdre, I think you probably posted it in 10 Million for World Peace in that group. But please post it also in Angelic River Family so that more of the people there can find it. I'm hoping to bring everyone from that group over to 10 Million for World Peace as well. Kathleen said, I saw that too, Auntie Jean. Is it the one where he holds the baby a certain way that calms them? I think it's his energy. That's what I believe. And Deirdre says, I've made 3 videos for 10 Million for World Peace. Yes, you have, and thank you. And Blue says, I am baby's favorite toy for some reason. I wonder why, Blue, because you are a baby yourself. Your energy is so beautiful. And Kathleen says, I love that, Kathy. Wish I had done the same with a message from Dad. Yeah, I wish I had them recorded as well. Oh, you did post it in there. Okay, awesome. Charlie, good morning, Charlie Coons. And Carrie says, here's the thing. We have a tremendous amount of hate for one individual, not trying to be political. However, you can plead peace on one side and harbor such hatred towards another on the other side. You literally cancel out your energetic equation in the world. They, the powers that be, have us so focused on this hatred that things are starting to happen that we don't want to. We must love, no matter what. Love is the only thing that will turn this tide. Yes, this person has done terrible things, but we cannot join that person in harboring such hate and evilness and spreading in with them. Such focused energy feeds the very thing we want to change. I am as guilty as anyone every day. I find a way to let that go and let the universe sort it out. It is a battle. Peace isn't for the weak-spirited, but it is for everyone. Yeah, Carrie, thank you for those words, and thank you for that reminder that, again, I'm going to say it, these bodies are temporary. The things we do while we're in this body, that is our lesson, that's our role that we came here to play. That's not what's deep inside of us, which is spirit. Even the most hated person in the world has a spirit inside of them, and they came here living out that role that they chose to come here to be in the contrast. This is a world of duality that we have come to. It's up and down, left and right, hot and cold. So without some of that, we wouldn't know what the opposite is. Without the conflict, we wouldn't know what peace is. We have to get into the wholeness of everything. And when we start criticizing and judging and pointing fingers, that's when that peacefulness is not there. That's when you're out of your heart. If we stay in our heart, we know the peace. Yes, it's balance. Thank you, Blue. It certainly is. And Carrie says if they take up space in your head, they're also taking your energy. If they're taking up space in your head, they're taking you out of your heart. You have to have both. You have to have the balance. We have to experience to appreciate. Indeed. Thank you. Oh, thank you all for these beautiful words and for this conversation that we're having this morning. Yep, it's all good. Everything that happens is divine. Everything. And sometimes it may not seem like it. Sometimes we may think, oh, the world's out of control. Like the old saying, we're going to hell in a handbasket. Sometimes people have that attitude. But when you stop and step away from that thought and you think, what am I thinking? That pause, that wait. What am I thinking here? Let me stop the stinking thinking and let me go back into my heart where I know that everything is working perfectly. When did I sign up for this mess? Yeah, that's what a lot of us say when we're in our head thinking that this is real, thinking about the separation and what's what. Okay, so we're going to get to our prayers this morning. And Auntie Jean says, yes, Kathleen, that's the one. I heard a person say that memories are carried in water and our bodies are mostly water. I need to get your wisdom on that. Wow, that's interesting, Jean, because I just read a whole article a few days ago about how the brain doesn't store our memories. And I'm still wrapping my head around what I read. And the person that wrote the article was getting all kinds of hate response to the article. And I believe that they are not stored in the brain. I think they're stored in water. I really do. Water is a conduit for energy. So that's my thought on it. And Carrie says, oh, Blue says, energy is energy forever. It's what you do with the energy tossed at you that counts. Like memory in water, energy will also hold that memory the next time it is thrown. Yeah. All right, let's get to the Peapod prayer list. Let me just go find it here. Okay, it's getting there. So while the list is showing on the screen, please think of each person that's listed, each one that's being shown, and as you read the name or look at just the page in its entirety, just hold energy for that person. Send from your heart a feeling of love. Oh, Carrie, I love your message. Talking to the water, that's so important. And our beautiful Kathleen Caputo has certainly shared with us how important it is and what a difference it makes to talk to the water as she studied under Dr. Emoto. Yes, we got your comments, Blue, and I hope that you're able to see the prayer list because I know you hold all of these names in your grid, as does Auntie Jean. And if there's anyone you want to add to the prayer list, if there's anything that we need to change or adjust on the prayer list, just let me know and we'll do that. And I'm thinking I may not have some of the latest things that happened that you all shared. So if you don't see on there something that you've already mentioned, please mention it again if it's not there, and I will certainly make that adjustment. So here we go. Our Peapod prayer list, praying for all the peace, for peace on earth, for attention to human trafficking. And I haven't seen our prayer from Deirdre, our daily prayer. She usually does that. There it is. For all humans, for Gaia and all who walk on her back, for world peace, and for attention to human trafficking. Thank you, Deirdre. All right, so I'm going to try this, you guys. So we'll see if it works or not. I'm going to play the Come to the Water song, which is our Sunday Come to Meeting song. And while the song's playing, take in the energy of what this is saying, and then read those words on the screen. Come to the water where you will find peace. Take a step into the river. Get down on your knees. Come to the mountain. We'll take it in the view. You will find that life is greater than you knew. When you go through the storm, I will hold you, keep you warm. When you stay in the night, I will shelter, I will fight, I will fight. Oh, you're broken and you're shattered at the point of no return. You pick up the pieces and you let the bridges burn. So come to the water, you're sailing with the breeze. Take a step into the river where you will find peace. When you go through the storm, I will hold you, keep you warm. When you stay in the night, I will shelter, I will fight. Oh, yeah. I will fight. When you go through the storm, I will hold you, keep you warm. When you stay in the night, I will shelter, I will fight, I will fight. I will fight. So come to the water where you will find peace. Take a step into the river and get down on your knees. Come to the water where you will find peace. Take a step into the river. Get down on your knees. Come to the mountain. We'll take it in the view. You will find that life is greater than you knew. you're shattered at the point of no return. You pick up the pieces and you let the bridges burn. So come to the water, you're sailing with the breeze. Take a step into the river where you will find peace. When you go through the storm, I will hold you, keep you warm. When you stay in the night, I will shelter, I will fight. Oh, yeah. I will fight. When you go through the storm, I will hold you, keep you warm. When you stay in the night, I will shelter, I will fight. I will I will fight. So come to the water where you will find peace. Take a step into the river and get down on your knees. Come to the water where you will find peace. Take a step into the river. Get down on your knees. Come to the mountain. We'll take it in the view. You will find that life is greater than you knew. When you go through the storm, I will hold you, keep you warm. When you stay in the night, I will shelter, I will fight. I will fight. Oh, you're broken and you're shattered at the point of no return. You pick up the pieces and you let the bridges burn. So come to the water, you're sailing with the breeze. Take a step into the river where you will find peace. When you go through the storm, I will hold you, keep you warm. When you stay in the night, I will shelter, I will fight. Oh, yeah. Let's say this prayer together. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. And where there is sadness, joy. We turn all of these names over to the divine. We ask that each one is seen and heard and acknowledged and answered for the best and highest good. And all those that we are adding to the list today, please lift them high. Those that need extra love today, those who are feeling physical pain, emotional pain, God, we just ask for your touch. We ask you to send an angel to be a minister to all that are in pain, whatever that looks like, for all the areas on Gaia that are going through trauma and turmoil. And we pray for our beautiful planet. We pray for peace. We pray for calming of the waters, of the fires, of the storms, calming in the hearts of men and women and children, animals, trees and nature and the waterways. Let that calmness fall over our land. Let us see the necessity of loving each other, respecting each other, honoring each other, of living our lives in integrity, of really showing up and being here on this planet and respecting the planet. We thank you to the Creator, to all of divinity, to all the angels, our ancestors, our loved ones. Most of all, we thank each other. We're so grateful to this spiritual family who loves without abandon, who just loves openly, welcoming in everyone who comes into our fold and all the loved ones that we bring into this prayer list. Thank you, thank you, thank you. May peace prevail on our earth. And so it is. Thank you all so much for continuing to care about those we've been entrusted with them. We lift them up. We don't forget them, no matter how long it's been that they've been on our prayer list. I saw your post, Blue, that it's been 2 years for the prayer list soon. And yes, I will add Paul to our list and any others that were put in there today. Thank you for that. Okay, well, we've sent love out far and wide to all of these names and these places. How about to each other now? We do love and gratitude every day here on this show, and today is no different for that. So on the count of 3, 2, 1, you know what to do. Let's love on each other. Let's lift each other. And, oh, I want to hear that, Deirdre. I'll go look that up because, yes, my heart is just sending so much love to Hawaii right now and all that they're going through. Okay, so we need Alexa to play Cuppa Full of Joy by Gypsy Leo.
Cuppa Full of Joy by Gypsy Leo on Amazon Music.
I love you all so much.
Good morning, Earthlings. It's time to get up and get ready because today is the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go, come on, come on. Come on, let's play. It's a beautiful day. If you wake up this morning, might as well be part of it. We're hoping for peace, so let me show for harmony. Tyranny and love, be on the lead. Wherever it's up there, we create a portal where we can be together. Our telephone is always one phone call away. Go the angel, guys, the angels and the masters. Take a deep breath and go into a new dimension. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peace and the bar. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peace and the bar. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Full of joy, full of light, full of love. And bottomless refuse, really not from the top here. The coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play us, put on a show. Today's a new day, we are part of this game. Let's play to win. The always is the winning team. And you can start with us, there is always no space. In a pot full of love, take a spot and get the day started. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peace and the bar. The daily
love you. Thank you for sharing love with each other. This time of day is so special as we share out love. Take in all those words and all those feelings that we share with each other. Shout out to our Marietta out there somewhere on Lake Michigan. Accept, align, allow. Triple A, y'all. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. To start the day on the high five, we call the triple A. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peace in the pod. Daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. To start the day on the high five, we call the triple A. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peace in the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Full of joy. Woo, Leo, thank you. Can't wait to see Leo when I come into Florida next month. I forgot to tell you all that yesterday, Mama P made pea salad to share with all the refrigerator, well, not all of them, but some of the refrigerators here in New Orleans with Sherry's Refrigerator Project. So I just felt that was appropriate for Mama P to make pea salad. And it was my mama's recipe, so they got a little taste of Kentucky in with their meals. Thank you all for being here. I love you so very much. Stay in your heart. Live that life unapologetically today, sharing out that love. I love you so much. Stay in your hearts and stay blessed. Namaste, y'all. Bye, everyone.